I have learned a lot about raising chickens while living near the coast of Southwest Florida and now in the mountains of Northeast Tennessee. Any regrets? Well, here are 5 things I wish I knew before getting chickens. Welcome back to Evie's Acres. I'm Evie, and today we're going to take a little break from the Homestead Health Hack series to talk about some of the things I wish I knew before I started raising chickens. These are not in any particular order, and I will post a part 2 next week. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so that you can receive an alert as soon as future videos are up. Oh, and before I forget, there is merch available on the Evie's Acres website, so be sure to check that out. There'll also be a link in the description for that as well. One thing I wish I knew before raising chickens is that they are social creatures and usually have at least one other buddy in the flock. Here you can see Autumn and Sandy hanging out, having a good time together. They have a strong bond and will come to the defense of the other when another chicken starts messing around. A downside to this is that when I have to isolate a sick chicken, it can be very difficult to keep that chicken safely far enough away from the flock without it getting lonely. Thankfully, chickens are pretty good communicators and can grow close to humans and other animals, in addition to members of their flock. There are a few chickens in my current flock who like to communicate with me through vocalizations on a regular basis. Sandy is one of them. As you'll see in a moment, when I apparently didn't understand what she was trying to say, she decided to fly up into my face because she really wanted me to pick her up and carry her around for a while until she felt safe.
You're so dramatic. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I vaguely remember reading somewhere that chickens like dust baths, but I had no idea that they loved them. If you're new to chickens, dust bathing is a natural process for chickens that has several benefits, including pest control, feather maintenance, and temperature regulation. I've tried providing a few designated dust bathing areas for my laying hens and roosters, both here in Tennessee and when we lived in Florida. However, in both places, the chickens barely paid any attention to those designated areas, which usually included a very large bin with white dust in it. I finally resolved that I'm fine with them dust bathing anywhere as long as they stay within their fenced-in area and out of my garden beds. As you can see, some of them like to have their own individual dust bath, while others prefer a communal approach. Now, here's something that I was surprised to learn about myself. Like most people, if not everyone, I adore the baby chick phase of raising chickens. And every time we have baby chicks and they start to outgrow their super cute, fluffy chick phase, I almost immediately want to go out and purchase some more because I just love it when they're just these little fluff balls. The cute baby chick phase is super short because within 7 to 10 days, those first feathers start to form and those little balls of fluff start flapping their wings, and yeah, they just keep growing and growing and growing, which you want them to do, obviously. But I think that when I started raising chickens, I was under this weird impression that they stayed little fluffy baby chicks for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then they'd start to develop feathers and grow larger. I don't know why. For some reason, that's what I had in my mind. I know this is a totally normal part of their development, but it just makes me want to get new baby chicks like every single month, which I know is completely unreasonable and irresponsible of me to even consider that. However, this directly relates to my last point in this video, which is that chicken math is real. No, I take that back. Chicken math is realer than real, because ever since I started raising chickens, I have been fortunate to have as many as I can comfortably afford to have, whether it's with respect to space, time constraints with my job as far as taking care of them, and as far as how much money I'm willing to invest in raising these chickens. So we were happy with our 8 beautiful hens that we had in Southwest Florida when we lived there. And you'll see a picture of them here. We purchased these chickens from a neighbor, and this is while we were living on about 1/4 of an acre in a kind of rural suburb. That number dwindled down to 4 hens after Hurricane Ian, and that was because predators attacked. That's a story for another day. We can talk about that in a future video, particularly around protecting your flock from predators, and how that relates to things like fencing, infrastructure, etc. But since moving to Tennessee, we have raised several dozens of chickens, and I really look forward to expanding our flock even further in 2024. So my hope is to add more Buff Orpingtons, for sure. And Buff Orpingtons, that's the Avengers. If you've been following my channel for a while, you may already know that Jojo was our very first backyard chicken that we hatched from an egg that we incubated. And he was the only one out of, I believe, 22 or 23 eggs that we collected that actually hatched out. And since he was the only one, I immediately jumped on the opportunity to take in 5 Buff Orpingtons that were also hatched the same day that he was born. So those 5 Buff Orpingtons are just beautiful. And again, I'm not even sure exactly when this happened, but within the last few years, for whatever reason, Buff Orpingtons have just been on my hot list of, oh, I really want to get that breed of chicken. I've already acquired a couple of other breeds that were on my kind of top 5 list, including the Black Copper Morans and the Americanas that we have. So yeah, the Buff Orpingtons, I really am excited about getting more of those in 2024. I'm considering a couple of other breeds as well, and I'll let you know more about that once I come closer to making that decision. But for now, obviously I'm really excited about the prospect of bringing even more chickens onto our property. So with that said, yes, I want more chickens. I want many more chickens. And did I mention that the baby chick phase is so cute and addictive? It just is. If you have or have had chickens in the past, let me know in the comments what you wish you knew before getting them, or maybe what surprised you most about raising your own chickens. Like I said before, I will present a part 2 of this video series with 5 more things that I was kind of surprised to learn about or wish I knew before I started raising chickens. But also, if you dream of having your own backyard flock of chickens, but you're just not sure where to begin, or you may feel a little insecure about what the next steps would be, you can click a link down below in my description box. It'll also be pinned in the first comment, and that link will take you to a quiz that will kind of help you get an idea of some of the factors you might want to take into consideration, and I hope that it'll help boost your confidence about taking the next step to raise your first flock successfully. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. I'm so glad you stayed to the end. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting our channel. Stay safe, be blessed, and until next time.